my name is Jordan Merkin, and this is my YouTube channel, so welcome. Today's video is going to be slightly different from what you're used to. So normally it would be me talking all about different math topics, but today I am going to take you through my day-to-day being a remote teacher. There are a few reasons that I wanted to document this. One is this is history. I think it's a good idea to just remember what it was like when we were remote. Hopefully we'll be in the classroom soon. Another reason was to just kind of bring awareness and show you the behind the scenes. Teachers are working so hard to make sure that this virtual learning experience is as seamless as possible with in-class instruction. I remember when I first was dropped the bomb on about the news that we were doing virtual, I was like, well, I'll just reuse a bunch of stuff that I've already created. I'm in my going into my third year. Side note, I could not imagine doing this as a first-year teacher, so my heart goes out to any of you if you are a first-year teacher. But I realized pretty quickly that I had to scrap most of my lesson plans that I was used to just kind of reusing at this point. So I had to start from scratch. I had to start this YouTube channel so that my students could get video lessons. I had to completely revamp anything that was in my curriculum to make it virtual friendly. So I have developed a lot of skills along the way, and I'm really happy that this pushed me to start a YouTube channel for math tutorials. But at the same time, it's been a lot of work, and I hope that this video kind of gives you an idea of what we go through just to make a virtual classroom run. And that is it, so enjoy. So it's 4:30 and I'm starting work for the day. So that way I can go to cycle before I have to teach. I just finished my workout and now I'm about to head home. Filter because I'm all gross and red from cycle class. But yeah, I'm gonna go home, write a quiz, shower, maybe eat something if I have time, and then start teaching at 9. I'm about ready to open up my classes. I have prepped all of my PowerPoints for today. I have set up any activities that we're doing during Zoom, created a quiz for my AP Calc students, and now it's showtime. Okay, so I just got done teaching my 2 classes via Zoom. It's lunchtime right now, and I'm probably going to do a couple of kind of in-between things that I need to do, like create homework keys. But then I'm gonna be teaching during tutorial. I have some students that are signed up to come get help, but I wanted to show you guys my setup for teaching. So here we are. I have 2 computers. So I have 2 computers. These are my homework keys. Let me move my phone so you can see them. And that just basically has all of the answers to our guided notes that we do during class. This computer is primarily used to show PowerPoint. I'm also logged into Zoom during the class period on it. So those are kind of the 2 pieces that I primarily use my personal computer for. Then I have a secondary computer. This is actually our school computer. I always have our bell schedule up just so I can make sure I'm staying on track because it does change a little bit. Then I use it for attendance, so Aries is always up on there. That's the system that our school uses. And I also use it for anything that's like external to just the presentation itself. So I can monitor my students using GoGuardian on here. Sometimes I use it just to monitor, let's say we're doing a Desmos activity, or today, for example, we did a quiz is, so I monitored that on this secondary device. Finally, I have my iPad. This is a lifesaver. So I actually use an Apple Pencil, and it's great because I can actually write on any of the worksheets or guided notes that I have and do a screen share with my students via Zoom. I'm not sponsored by Apple, although, hey Apple, if you want to sponsor me, I'd be more than happy to take that with my 37 YouTube subscribers. But yeah, so definitely a lifesaver if you have a virtual classroom. I'd highly recommend getting an iPad with an Apple Pencil because it helps a lot when it comes to demonstrating and having basically a virtual whiteboard. And so that is it. Nothing fancy, but a lot of tech going on here to keep this little remote classroom afloat. Okay, so now we're in tutorial. My students are coming in and they're pretty much the ones that have missing assignments. So basically what I did was I put them in their own breakout rooms, and now they're just working independently. And then if they have a question, which is why we're on Zoom, they can just call me into their room for help. So that's pretty much all I'm doing. I haven't really had very many students come in just for help to prep for the assessment. I did have one student from AP Calculus come in last period for tutorial. This period, the only ones are missing assignment students. So it's kind of nice because I have the opportunity to do a little bit of prep, finish making my homework key while they work independently. So yeah. Okay, so I've finished making my homework keys. It was a lot, but my geo students need the answer keys so that they can study, and they're all nice and color-coded. So now I just need to upload them, and I'm about to start filming the video for my students' independent learning activity for AP Calc right after this. So it is about 3 o'clock, and I am just about to start filming for one of the lessons. See my super professional setup, a little behind the scenes. I'm going to start filming the AP Calculus lesson that my students need to do independently. So my school, or my district, decided to switch to semester-long classes instead of year-long just to reduce class size. And so what happened was now our AP Calculus classes are taught in a semester. So for BC, my students independently have to learn something. So that means during the tutorial time, oftentimes I have to pre-record lessons that they then need to kind of go over themselves. That is kind of how we get through the curriculum in a semester. It's a lot of independent work. All right, so I have just finished filming, and now it is time for some editing. So I have officially finished filming and editing. So it took me about an hour. It's about 4 p.m. now. And now I get to grade a bunch of geometry quizzes, update my website, and update grades in general. I had a bunch of students turn in a lot of missing work, so I want to make sure that my gradebook stays updated so I know who needs to come into tutorial to make up that work and who can work independently during that time. Alright, so I just now finished grading quizzes. I updated my website, and what else did I do? I don't even know. It's been a long day. But one thing that I did want to share was, although I can't show you the actual student responses and their grades and their names and stuff, here is how I was grading quizzes. So I had to look at their responses and basically determine how accurate they were on like a scale, because our site is doing proficiency-based grading. This takes a lot longer than a point system because you have to think about it, then you have to compare, make sure that you're being consistent with your scoring. But this is what I've been doing for the last, I guess, 2 hours. All right, last thing of the day, I need to make my presentations for tomorrow. And then I can relax, finally.